Hey, what's going on, AP government people? We have video number 32 for you today. Presidential powers enumerated and inherent. Two important categories that you need to know. All right, starting off with enumerated powers. These are powers that are specifically given to the president as seen in Article 2 of the Constitution. You have ones that you're familiar with, such as Commander-in-Chief. President can veto laws, and they can also make treaties. And Woodrow Wilson here is seen with leaders of Europe making the Treaty of Versailles after World War I. President can also appoint government officials, including Supreme Court nominees, and President Obama appointed Merrick Garland. And it's important to note that even though they're appointed, it does not mean that they will serve on the Supreme Court. President Obama appointed Merrick Garland, but he was never considered by the Senate to be voted on. So President Trump was able to appoint Neil Gorsuch. And as of this recording, we're still waiting for confirmation hearings for Neil Gorsuch. So it's important to know a president appoints justices, but it does not mean that they automatically become judges. This is part of checks and balances. Divided government makes it harder for confirmations. And divided government is an important term. It's where a president is a member of one party and Senate is controlled by the opposite party, as was the case when President Obama appointed Merrick Garland. The president could also grant reprieves and pardons if they think somebody was improperly convicted of a crime or too harshly punished. And they can also appoint ambassadors to other countries. Now, again, enumerated powers are those that are specifically listed. Inherent powers are informal powers, and these are not mentioned in the Constitution. However, Article 2, Section 3 states that the president shall take care that the laws be faithfully executed. What exactly does that mean? Well, it's kind of open for interpretation. One such thing is executive orders, and here's Harry Truman. He gave a famous executive order which desegregated the military after World War II and prior to the Korean War. Executive privilege, this allows the executive branch to keep key information from being disclosed, but even that is not absolute, as Richard Nixon learned during the Watergate scandal. He sought to use this during the investigation, but the Supreme Court ruled he could not. And the president could also declare states of emergency in times of natural disasters, for instance. And they can also issue injunctions against strikes, as President Hayes did in the Great Railroad Strike of the 1870s. All right, so for test tips, definitely know examples of enumerated and inherent. You could see questions that would list which of the following is not an example of enumerated power. For free response, powers in regards to other branches of government. What I mean by that is even though the president can appoint judges, they must be approved by the Senate. All right, look forward to seeing you back here for video number 33, The Bureaucracy, a brief intro. Best of luck on all your exams, and have a good day.